Geobyte.
Hi students, welcome to the Geobyte Diploma series. In this video, we will discuss very important concept called hydraulic gradient line and total energy line. Dear students, to know the concept of hydraulic gradient line and total energy line, you should know the meaning of piezometric head and total head. Remember, piezometric head means, listen carefully, sit haramly. Piezometric head means some of the pressure head, and potential head. Some of the pressure head and potential head is called piezometric head. You know, pressure head equal to P by rho G, potential head equal to Z. You know, the product of density and gravity constant is the specific weight. Specific weight of a liquid equal to product of density and gravity constant. For water, specific weight equal to density of the water multiplied by G. Density of water is 1000, G 9.81. It is equal to 9810 Newton per meter cube. That means specific weight of water equal to, this is for water, H2O. For water, specific weight equal to 9810 Newton per meter cube. So it can be written as P by W plus Z. So sum of the pressure head and potential head is called piezometric head. Similarly, total head equal to piezometric head. एक मिनट. Total head equal to piezometric head sum of the piezometric head and kinetic head. Here piezometric head is P by rho G or W plus Z, plus kinetic head is V square by 2G. This is the total head. This concept already we discussed with the Bernoulli equation about the total head. Then let us assume at inlet of the flow, the pressure head is P1 by rho G equal to, let it be some 5 meters. Potential head is some 3 meters. And kinetic head is V1 square by 2G. V1 square by 2G equals some 4 meters. For this information, the piezometric head can be found from these two values. Piezometric head at the entrance at state 1 is equal to sum of the pressure head P1 by rho G plus Z1. Here P1 by rho G 5 plus 3 is equal to 8 meters. That is the piezometric head at the entrance. Similarly, total head equal to what? Piezometric head plus kinetic head. P1 by rho G plus Z1, this is the piezometric head, plus kinetic head is V1 square by 2G. So it is equal to 8 plus piezometric head is 8 plus 4 is equal to 12 meters of water or meters of liquid. Similarly, at outlet, at the exit of flow, at outlet, at the exit of the flow, at the outlet, let us assume P2 by rho g, P2 by rho g, P2 by rho g, let it be some 4 meters. Pressure head is decreasing. Potential head, let it be, potential head is some 5 meters. And kinetic head, P2 by rho g, Z2, V2 square by 2g. V2 square by 2g, let it be some 3 meters. Because total flow head should be remaining constant, or total head should be remaining constant according to Bernal equation. With this information, let us find the piezometric head. Piezometric head at the outlet equal to P2 by rho g plus Z2 is equal to 4 plus 5 is equal to 9 meters. Total head outlet is equal to piezometric head P2 by rho g plus Z2, this is the piezometric head at outlet, plus kinetic head V2 square by 2g. Piezometric head is 9, kinetic head is 3, is equal to 12 meters. So the total head cannot be changed. Piezometric head is definitely changing when the cross section is changing or elevation is changing. So total head at state 1, total head at state 2. So I got piezometric head at state 1 is 8 meters, piezometric head at state 2 is 9 meters. So with that information, let me construct the HGL, hydraulic gradient line first. I got piezometric head. Let me write once again piezometric head at the entrance. How much? 8 meters. Piezometric head at exit is, let us go back to that value. Piezometric head at state 2 is 9 meters. State 1, let us go back to that value. State 1 piezometric head is 8 meters. Correct. We have taken correct. Now let us arrange the pipe. The entrance head is, potential head is 3 meters. Exit potential head is 5 meters. That too, the kinetic head is decreasing from 4 meter to 3 meter. Kinetic energy decreases means, or kinetic head decreases means, the area of the flow should be increased. Then with that information, let me mark the initial potential head is 3 meters, final 5 meters. The arrangement might be like this. The 1 minute. I should have sufficient space. This might be the arrangement for the pipe. Area of the flow should be increased for decreasing the velocity. Okay. Now let us take the reference line. This may be the datum line. With respect to datum line, first let me draw the axis for the flow. This is the entrance where the elevation is Z1 is equal to 3 meters. Similarly, this is the outlet where the elevation Z2 equal to, I think it is 4 meters. Let us go back to that value. Z2 5 meters, Z1 3 meters. This is the Z1. Z1 3 meters, Z2 5 meters, not 4 meters. Should be very careful. Then you add the piezometric head or potential, you add the pressure head for the potential head. If you add the pressure head for the potential head, you will get a value called piezometric head. That piezometric head at the entrance is 8 meters. Corresponding to that 8 meters, you try to mark a point. Corresponding to 8 meters, try to mark a point at the entrance. Similarly, piezometric head at outlet is 9 meters. Corresponding to that 9 meters, try to mark a point. Try to mark a point. It should be above the 8 meters point. This is the piezometric head at entrance. This piezometric head at entrance is P1 by rho g plus Z1 is equal to 8 meters. Similarly, piezometric head at outlet P2 by rho g plus Z2 equal to 9 meters. So this is the piezometric head at outlet. This is the piezometric head at inlet. You try to join the piezometric heads in the flow, you will get a line called HGL. HGL is obtained by joining the all piezometric heads in the pipe flow. I hope you clearly understood. Similarly, let us take the total head at entrance. Total head at the inlet, I got 12 meters. Similarly, total head at outlet also 12 meters. At outlet is also 12 meters. Now try to mark a point at entrance corresponding to total head. This is the total head from the reference line. This is the total head. This total head equal to P1 by rho g plus Z1 plus V1 square by 2g equal to 12 meters. Similarly, at outlet try to mark a point corresponding to total head. This is the total head. This total head is P2 by rho g plus Z2 plus V2 square by 2g is also equal to 12 meters. So this is the total pressure head point at entrance. This is the total pressure head point at outlet. You try to join these two points, you will get a straight line. That line is called total energy line. So total energy line is always above the hydraulic gradient line. Total energy line is obtained by joining all total head points at different states of the flow. So total head line or total energy line should be horizontal if the frictional loss are ignored. Let me write that point. TEL is horizontal. TEL is horizontal if frictional losses are ignored. Dear students, I hope you clearly understood. Once again, hydraulic gradient line is obtained by joining all piezometric heads in the different states of the flow. Piezometric head means sum of the potential head and pressure head. Similarly, total head equal to sum of the piezometric head and kinetic head. You try to join all total head points at the different states of the flow. You will get another line. That line is called horizontal line or total energy line. That is total energy line, popularly known as TEL. Hydraulic gradient is generally called by HGL. But once the if the frictional loss are considered, if the frictional losses are considered, the frictional loss are considered, the TL is moving down towards the axis along the flow, along the direction of flow, that is about the information for the TEL and hydraulic gradient line. You know, let us draw the TEL by considering the friction. Let this is your pipe. This is the axis. This may be the datum line. Datum line means some reference line. This is the Z1. This is the Z2. Mark a point corresponding to piezometric head for the previous information. You try to join these piezometric head points for getting a line called HGL. Theoretically, total energy line should be horizontal. This is the total energy line, should be horizontal. Total energy line without friction. But once we consider the friction, the TEL line, the TEL with friction. So this is the TL with friction. This is equal to head loss due to friction. That head loss due to friction you can find either from, this is the head loss due to friction, you can find either from Darcy formula or Chase's formula, but popularly we are using the Darcy formula for finding the head loss due to friction. Next concept is power transmission through a pipe. Let us take a pipe. Listen carefully. Let us take a pipe. This pipe is carrying some liquid. That liquid may be water, like our municipality pipeline. At the entrance of the flow, the head available is H. But while the liquid is flowing from state 1 to state 2, there is a loss, mainly major loss, that is head loss due to friction. Then what is the head available at the outlet of the pipe? H minus HF. The inlet head of the water is H. While the liquid is flowing through the pipe or water is flowing through the pipe, some head loss is occurring due to friction. Then the net head available at the outlet of the pipe is H minus HF. Then power of the water or power of liquid at entrance, power of liquid at inlet, Pi is equal to rho g q h. This is the formula. This rho g I can also write W into Q into H. WQH. That is the power of the water at the entrance of the flow. WQH. Similarly, power of the water, power of liquid at outlet. The P naught equal to W into Q into outlet head is H minus HF. outlet head is H minus HF. It can be also written as output power equal to W, specific weight of water, that is remaining constant. Q can be written as area of the flow multiplied by velocity of the flow, because discharge Q equal to product of area and velocity, which is in meter cube per second, multiplied by total head minus HF according to Darcy formula 4FL square by 2GD. It can be also written as specific weight of water multiplied by A. You bring the velocity to inside, HV minus 4FLV cube by 2GD. That is the output power. Now look at the output power. On what factors output power is depending? The output power is completely depending on the V value, because W is the specific weight of the water, that is the property of the liquid that cannot be changed. Once we construct a pipeline, area of the flow cannot be changed. Then D remains same, F remains same, length of the pipe remains same. Therefore, power is the function of, output power is the function of only the flow velocity. Power is the function of only outlet velocity. Power is the function of only velocity of the flow means not outlet velocity. Power is the function of, or output power is the function of only velocity means the power will be maximum only for a particular value of V. To know that particular value, once again, from that I can say that output power is completely depending on the V, or output power is maximum only for a particular value of V. To know that particular value, I am differentiating the outlet power with respect to velocity and equating to 0. Let us do that part. WA constant into differentiation of HV with respect to V, H, simple mathematics, minus 4 constant, F constant, L constant, 2GD also constant, into 3V square. It must be equal to 0. You bring the WA to other side, 0 by something 0, H minus 4FLV square by 2GD into 3. It must be equal to 0. H minus this 4FLV square by 2GD is what? Head loss due to friction according to Darcy, 4FLV square by 2GD. So it is equal to HF into 3. 3HF equal to H. Therefore, head loss due to friction equal to the H by 3. That means if the head loss due to friction is equal to 1/3 of the head available at the inlet of the pipe, you can get the maximum, or you can expect the maximum power in the water at the outlet. Once again, if the head loss due to friction in the pipe is equal to 1/3 of the head available at the entrance of the flow, the power transmitted by the pipe or power available with water at outlet is maximum. Therefore, the maximum output power, this is the condition for maximum power. Condition for maximum power. Condition for maximum power. So maximum power, therefore maximum power P naught equal to formula WQ into capital H minus HF. It is equal to W into Q into capital H minus HF equal to H by 3. It is equal to, simplify this value, 2 by 3 into W into Q. W into Q into H. That is the maximum expected power in the water at the outlet of the pipe. I hope you clearly understood. Then efficiency general formula. Efficiency eta equal to output power by input power. Here output power equal to WQ into general formula H minus HF divided by input power WQ into H. WQ cancel. Finally it is H minus HF by H. That is the general formula. For getting in percentage, multiply with 100. Now the maximum efficiency. The maximum efficiency. Condition for maximum efficiency is what? HF equal to H by 3. So equal to H minus H by 3 divided by H. Simplify this value. You are getting 2 by 3 into 100. 2 by 3 into 100. Simplify that value, you will get it. So it is equal to 2 by 3 equal to 0.66. It is equal to 66.67%. This is the maximum expected efficiency in the water or liquid while the liquid is flowing through the pipeline. I hope you clearly understood the meaning of the hydraulic gradient line, total energy line, then power transmitted by a pipeline, condition for maximum power, efficiency and maximum expected efficiency. With this theory part I am concluding. Let us do a problem on the flow through pipes. Let us do a problem. Look at the problem. A tank discharges water through a horizontal pipe of length 3 meters to atmosphere. Length of the pipe is given. Given data. Length of the pipe. Length of pipe, it is L, is equal to 3 meters. Let it be in meters. Determine the discharge in the pipe for a head of 5 meters. You are asked to find the discharge. Discharge equal to how much? Discharge Q equal to 5 meters in the tank. When the discharge you are asked to find. Discharge is how much? Head. Here head means head loss due to friction. Head loss due to friction. By the time that much amount of head is flowing, how much discharge is losing? Means that is the head loss due to friction, 5.0 meters. The case A, case 1 is diameter of the pipe. Diameter of the pipe D1 equal to how much? 50 mm equal to 0.05 meters. 0.05 meters. You know HF equal to, in terms of discharge, F L Q square by 3 D1 power 5 formula. From this Q square equal to, what can be written? 3 D1 power 5 into head loss due to friction divided by F into L. So Q square equal to 3 D1.05 whole square HF5 divided by head loss frictional constant 0.008 multiplied by length of the flow 3 meters. Simplify this value. For getting the discharge, I am getting the discharge 0.014 meter cube per second. That is the discharge. Now let us take the case 2. Case 2, diameter. Case 2 diameter D2 equal to how much? 0.08, because 80 mm given. 80 mm. It is equal to 0.08. Now let us take the same formula, HF equal to FLQ square by 3, only change is D2 power 5. This formula already we discussed. From this, Q square equal to 3 D2 square into HF divided by FL. Then Q equal to root over 3 D2 square into HF divided by FL. It is equal to root under 3 D2.08 whole square, 3 D2 power 5, it is power 5, D2 power 5. How I have written for the previous case? Yes, D1 power 5. So this is the power 5 into HF 5 divided by F 0.008. Length of the pipe remains same at 3 meters. You simplify this value for getting 0.045 meter cube per second. Look at the discharge. When the diameter is 50 mm, discharge only 0.014 meter cube per second. Once the diameter is increasing from 50 mm to 80 mm, the discharge is increasing from 0.014 meter cube per second to 0.045 meter cube per second. Here there is a 3 D2 power 5. 1 minute. Printing mistake. This is the printing mistake. 5. Okay. Here also D power 5. You should be very careful. This is also 5. Okay. I hope, dear students, you understood this problem and concept. In the very next video, we will discuss some more important problems and the problems which were already asked in the board examination. Thank you for watching. Please keep on watch our videos whenever it is required, and please share these videos to all your diploma mechanical and civil students, whoever is practically required. Thank you very much for watching this video once again. Have a great day.
Geobyte.